Already, as of this recording right now, the markets are going absolutely insane. Lots of volatility, but if you're new to the land investment business, volatility actually increases land sales. Now, whether you want to buy land to go ahead and hold in your portfolio for security, or if you want to buy land so you can resell it for a profit, this video I'm going to walk you through exactly how you could buy land really cheap to fulfill whatever you're after with your exit strategy there. So, hard assets are something that everybody wants to have in their portfolio, whether that's silver bars, gold bars, land, real estate, buildings, whatever. You want to have some hard assets. Digital assets are fun because they're passive. They're stress-free. They sit on your phone, in an app, and you're good to go. I'm talking about stocks and cryptocurrencies. But we're here to learn about land, how we could get properties cheap, and go ahead and figure out whatever our exit strategy is. So I'm going to walk you through step by step, if you're a complete newbie, how to go ahead and get started to get properties really cheap, what markets to find cheap land in, and then from there, how you could purchase them, 2 different strategies for that, and then finally your exit strategy. So let's get it started here. If you're looking to get cheap land and you're totally new to the space, you're like, hey, I just want a peace of mind property that I know I could disappear to, bug out on it, makes me comfortable owning that, or I want to buy something cheap so I can flip it for a fast profit, but I don't know where to start, pick any state out there. Here's what I suggest everybody do if they're completely new. So I always like to reference Florida. Florida land sells fast, property in general sells fast in Florida, so it's a great place to go ahead and start doing your research. Go on Zillow.com. Within Zillow.com, you could go ahead and just do a blanket search. So on the home page, there's a search bar. Rather than doing a city and state or a county and state like they request, just pick a state. So for this video, we're going to put the state of Florida in the search bar there. Now, after that, you could go ahead and adjust some parameters, what you're looking for. So go to land only. There'll be a search area for that where you could get rid of houses and everything else. We're just looking for land. And then we're going to go ahead and put our dollar amount from like $0 to $10,000. From there, we're going to pull up everything that's being listed in the state of Florida right now for $0 to $10,000. Now, why are we doing this? We want to see what the market has to offer on the retail end on cheap properties. If you're new to this, I always say start with cheap deals, learn how the formula works, and then scale it out to big deals there. So $0 to $10,000, you'll probably get a couple hundred search results come back to you. And a lot of these are going to be leases, boat docks, things like that. So you're going to have to sort through that. But within that, you'll probably find 25 to 50 properties that fit what you're after in different counties. Now, the counties that jump out to you, this is where we want to dive a little deeper in. So for the sake of this video, let's just say Lee County, Florida, we're finding a lot of lots for $7,000 to $10,000. Now, these are places, I'm talking about like Lehigh Acres, Fort Myers area, stuff like that. So within that county, I'm pretty sure those are the cities inside those counties. Anyway, we're flowing right along here. So you like what you're seeing, they're selling for $7,000 to $10,000 or they're being listed for that much. Now we want to go ahead and get these that much cheaper so we could either hold them and say, hey, I picked up this asset for $2,000 and it's worth $7,000. I got some money in the bank. It's saved and off to the side. Or if you're a flipper, you're saying, I bought this for $2,000, I'm going to sell it to the next individual for $6,000 and make that fast cash. So the next step is targeting wholesalers. I'm going to give you another strategy that's even better, but let's stick with the whole process here. Targeting wholesalers. So we found in Lee County, people are listing them on Zillow for $7,000 to $10,000. Now we want to go to land investment platforms. We want to see what people are listing them for on the platforms. And so we'll go to Land Century, Land Central, Land and Farm, Rural Vacant Land. There's dozens of these sites, and you got to learn to love researching numbers. Now, when you go to these sites here, you're just going to put Lee County, Florida in, or Lehigh Acres, Florida, if you narrowed it down to that, see what pops up in there. And if you see individuals working that city hard, they have tons of listings, there's a fair chance that these are wholesalers. Assuming they're not saying I'm a real estate agent, they're wholesalers. And their properties are probably listed a little bit below what you're seeing them for on Zillow. You want to build a relationship with wholesalers. So if everything's listed for $7,000 to $10,000, the wholesalers may have them on there for $6,000 to $7,000. You want to get on their email list. You do this by going to their website. So if you search their name on the platform, they will have their website on there. Go to their website. There's always an opt-in, and if that isn't there, they're not doing their job. So go to their opt-in on their website, and they will start sending you deals that when they come available. There's usually a slick bait property that investors will throw out to get you to convert and purchase that. So what I mean by that is if they sell properties in Lehigh Acres, Florida, they may have one that they're like, hey, I just want to get the buying frenzy going. So they'll throw one out to their whole list of thousands of people, I do this as well, for $3,000, something stupid cheap. First person, bam, hits the buy it now button, and that better be you if it's a deal. You buy it now, you're good to go. 7 other people will say, hey, I wanted that property. It's already sold. What do we do? He or she has a bunch of properties in the pipeline and say, well, I have this one for $5,000, I have this one for $4,000, I have this one for $6,000. Boom, 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 boom. And they start making the sales. The buying frenzy started. But for you, following the wholesaler, when that deal pops up, you're going to snag it right away. Another way is just build a relationship. Say, hey, do you have anything sitting on your shelf collecting dust right now that you want to unload right away? I'm a buyer of properties in Lehigh Acres, Florida. Quarter-acre lots, I'm typically paying $3,500 for it. Just throw out a number and see what they say. And they might say, no, I don't have anything like that, but I do have one for $4,500 if you're interested in it. Cool. You buy the property for $4,500. You already know it's worth $7,000 to $10,000. You built in some little equity there, and you're winning. So if you're a buy and hold, you're ahead of the game. If you're a flipper, you got a little juice to flip it and make a fast profit. So those are the first ways to go ahead and research and get deals fast. Next, we want to get a little more strategic, and that's in direct mail marketing. What we're doing with direct mail marketing is we're pulling data from a company like offerstowners.com. Within offerstowners.com, you could say, I want to go ahead and buy 1,000 mailers from you. I want to target the owners of properties in Lehigh Acres, Florida. I want these owners to live out of state. We can get very specific with our data, and you want that. And I also want these owners to be personal names. I don't want them to be LLC. So I don't want it to be Land Investment LLC. I want it to be Jane Smith and John Smith. That's who we're mailing, because an owner in their personal name typically is not a true investor. They just kind of bought it. They may have lost interest, and they will sell in many cases at a discount. So we go to offers to owners and we give them all that criteria I just laid out right there. We're mailing to out-of-state owners. We say, all right, these properties are worth $7,000. I have to buy at least 500 mailers, but I suggest doing 1,000 mailers, which is going to cost you $1,000 to do this. And we're going to offer everybody $2,000 across the board for their property. So these blast out, and you should get about 3 to 5 accepted offers out of that mailing. So with that 3 to 5, let's say you take them down at $2,000 a pop, and let's keep our math easy here. You got 5 properties, $2,000 a pop, you're spending $10,000 plus closing costs plus your mailer. So you're probably all in for about $15,000. And if you're watching this saying, I don't have 15 grand, don't worry about it. I bet you got 2 grand, and I bet you had the ability to close on that. So if you only close on one for $2,000, you have your $1,000 in mailing, you're in it for $3,000, and then you have your closing fees with the title company. You're into this property for $3,500. You are ahead of the game. So you close on this property here, and if you're a flipper, you took down this deal, one deal for $3,500, or you took down 5 in the original scenario for $15,000. Let's go back to the 5 though, because that's a little more exciting there. So you got 5 properties. You're all in for $15,000, let's say. You sell each of these for $7,000 a pop. You turn that into $35,000, and it may take you a little while to go ahead and get that result. But you got the result, and you're way ahead of the game. Now you could double down on your marketing. You could take the cash and walk away, just blow it. Who knows what you're into? But either way, this is how you get deals incredibly cheap that you could either hold in your portfolio, pass them down for generations, so your kids, grandkids, whatever, they could flip them and get a head start on life, or you're flipping them in real time to get that money you need to go ahead and pay off your credit cards, take vacations, whatever your lifestyle desires. Now, I mapped all this out for you here, and of course there's millions of questions that come with this. Few things going on right now. One, if you need help getting through your first next land investment deal or scenarios like this, you can schedule a coaching call with me at landflippingmichael.com. You can find that link directly below. Another option we're getting ready to roll out is we may start a monthly coaching platform where you would pay something like early adopters would get in for like $50 a month. It'd be reoccurring, but you could have access to me and some of the people I do business with. You could ask questions in there, and we're going to go ahead and answer them in real time. It won't be one-on-one sessions, but as a community, we could come together, lay out our questions, get them answered, and get the results we're after. So if that's something that interests you as well, drop a comment down below or hit me at an email. Go ahead and email me at michaelalder, ALDER 34 at gmail.com. I'll put a link to that in the description there. But let me know where you're at, what you're looking to get out of the land investment business, what your struggles are, and where you plan to go by the end of 2022. As always, I truly appreciate you tuning into this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.